Yeah. Woo! Sage boys on the track. Let's go. Pop it like a drop, a sweet explosion.
Step in the room, candy coated vibes. Sparkles in the air, we electrify. Drip like honey, golden on my tongue. We ain't slowing down, the party's just begun. Sip, sip, take a little taste. Heartbeats faster, no time to waste. Colors swirling, lights collide. We ride the sugar wave all night. Sugar rush, hey, popping like confetti, dancing crazy. Yeah, we're always ready. Turn it up, the beat won't stop. We're fizzy like soda. Pop, pop, pop. Sugar rush, taste the sweet reaction, melting hearts with every interaction.
All right. Hello, guys, and welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. Today we started a little bit late, an hour late. Apologies for that. So today we want to look at some questions on. Differentiation, okay, or precisely calculus. So we want to look at some questions on calculus. So as always, we'll start by looking at a very simple example first, and then we proceed to look at more complicated questions as we go along the way. All right, so let's quickly look at the first question we have for today's live stream, and then we can proceed from there. Now, if you're watching us and you are not one of our regular viewers, welcome to Shacking Hour. This is the time where as students we come together and then we solve some past questions. Are you okay? So we solve past questions. I write the questions on the board. We solve it, or we try to solve it. We mention the correct answers in the live chat, and then we also look at the answers to the problem altogether. All right, so now that we are ready, you are ready, I'm ready, let's go ahead. And as always, I'll give the question. If you have your answer, you leave the answer in the live chat. So if the answer is option A, just let me know it is option A. If it is option B, let me know it is option B, and then we can proceed from there. All right, so first of all, let's look at a very simple example. We have if y is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1, find dy dx. Are we okay? So that is the question we have, and then we have option A here is x squared minus 2x. Option B here is 3x squared minus 4x. Option C here is x squared minus 4x plus 1. Option D here is 3x squared minus 4x plus 1. Okay, so guys, this is the question that we have. Please go ahead and give it a try. Anyone with the answer for us, just drop it in the live chat and then we can continue. Okay, so let's look at the solution to this problem. So we write down the solution. So we are to differentiate this particular expression that we have over here. So we have y is equal to x cubed minus 2x squared plus 1. Now, if we differentiate this, we apply dx to the expression y, okay? And this is how it becomes. We'll use the power of the x term to multiply it, and we subtract 1 from the power. So here will become 3x raised to the power 3 minus 1 minus, and the 2x over here, we'll have that 2 there, but the 2 in front over here, the 2 as the power over here will come and multiply this one, so it will become 2x raised to the power 2 minus 1. Then plus, we have 1, it has power of 1. Are you okay? So 1 multiplied by 1, so it will be like 1 multiplied by 1 raised to the power 1 minus 1. Are we okay? Which is basically going to be 0 or nothing. Are we okay? So from here, we just discard this guy. It's not really needed. So if you differentiate a constant, you get 0. So we'll leave that like that. So therefore, from here, our dy dx, the value of our dy dx will be equal to 3x squared over here, then minus 2 multiplied by the 2 here will give us 4x, and then 2 minus 1 as the power over here becomes 1, so we can leave it like this. So the value of our answer dy dx for this particular expression will be 3x squared minus 4x, and if we look to the possible options, that is option B. So the correct answer here is B. All right, guys, I hope we understand. Now, if you have any question or if you don't understand how I did it, you can let me know in the live chat, and then we'll proceed to look at more. All right, so here we have another example. Let's quickly look at this. So here we have to find the derivative of the function. Find the derivative of the function g of x is equal to x squared minus 1 over x cubed. Okay, this is the expression that we have. Then we have here option A, 2x minus 3 over x raised to the power 4. Option B, we have 2x plus 3 over x raised to the power 4. Then we have option C, 2x minus 3 over x squared. And the last option we have 2x plus 3 over x squared. Okay, so this is the question and these are the possible options that we have. Let's go ahead and try our hands on this particular question. So anyone with the answer for us? All right, so let's look at the solution to this particular problem. So over here, let's write down our solution first. So the expression we have is g of x, that is equal to x squared minus 1 over x cubed. So we can rewrite this expression as y is equal to x squared minus the 1 over x cubed over here. We can rewrite it as x raised to the power negative 3. Are we okay? We can rewrite it like this. So if we apply the differentiation, we'll have dy dx to be equal to, we'll use the 2 here to multiply the x and subtract 1 from it, so it will become 2x raised to the power 2 minus 1, then minus, then the negative 3 at the top over here will come and multiply the x, so it will become negative 3x raised to the power negative 3 minus 1 again. So we have from here dy dx will be equal to 2x. Here the power will be 1, so we leave it like that. The minus over here becomes plus, and then we have here 3x. The power over here becomes minus 4. Are we okay? So therefore we can rewrite all this expression as dy dx to be equal to 2x plus 3 divided by x raised to the power 4. Are we okay? And so therefore the answer over here would be, if we look at it, option B is that answer. So we have 2x plus 3 over x raised to the power 4. So this becomes our answer for this particular problem. Guys, are we okay? All right, very good. Let's proceed with more questions. So I have here, if y is equal to 1 over 3 x cubed minus x squared minus 24x plus 2, find dy dx. Are you okay? Then I have here option A, 3x cubed minus 2x minus 24. Then I have option B, I have 3x squared minus 2x minus 24. Then we have option C to be x cubed minus 2x minus 24. And then we have option D to be x squared minus 2x minus 24. Okay, so this is the problem that we have, and please, we have to differentiate. Let's go ahead and do that. Anyone with an answer for us? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the solution to this problem together. So over here, this is what we will have. So if this is the expression y is equal to 1 over 3 x cubed minus x squared minus 24x plus 2. Are we okay? So if I apply my dy dx to it, or ddx to it, or if I differentiate it with respect to x, I will have, for the first term, I'll have the 3 here multiplying the whole expression. So I'll have 3 multiplied by 1 over 3. Then we'll have the s cubed. Then I'll subtract 1 from the power. Then I have minus the s squared over here. I'll have the 2 as the power coming to multiply it. So it will become 2x power 2 minus 1. Then minus the 24 here. The x is raised to the power 1. So 1 multiplied by 24 will still give us 24. Then the x will be power 0. So here will become 24x power 1 minus 1. And then if we differentiate a constant, to get 0. So that one we can ignore it. So from here, we will have our dy dx to be equal to, if 3 multiplied by 1 over 3, that will cancel each other out, or to give us 1. So we'll have here x squared left. And over here, we'll have minus 2x, because the power will become 1. And then over here, we'll have minus, here the power will become 0, which is 1. 1 multiplied by 24 is 24. So therefore, our answer, or dy dx, is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 24. And then if we look through our possible options, we can see that the option D, yes, option D is indeed the correct answer over here. Okay, so we have x squared here minus 2x here minus 24 here as our answer. All right, so let's proceed to look at a different question altogether. Okay, so here we have a simultaneous equation. So we have to solve the simultaneous equation. Solve the simultaneous equation. We have 3 to the power x plus y is equal to 243. And then we have 3x plus y is equal to 9. Are we okay? So this is what we have. So let's go ahead and solve this particular problem. So we have, so basically find the value of x and y. Are we okay? Now, in this particular case, this is how we are going to solve this particular problem. So let me write down my solution over here. This is how we'll solve this problem. Now, if we take the first expression, we have 3 to the power x plus y is equal to 243. Are we okay? Now we can solve a simultaneous equation like this. So we need to express this to have the same base. Are we okay? So here we have 3 to the power something. Over here we should have 3 to the power something as well. Okay, now it so happens that 3 raised to the power 5 will give us 243. So this expression becomes 3 to the power x plus y will be equal to 3 to the power 5. Are you okay? So if I equate the powers, what I will get is I will have x plus y to be equal to 5. So I can make that my equation 1. And then I now have the second equation given in the question itself. We have 3x plus y to be equal to 9. And this becomes my second equation. Are we okay? So from this equation, I can go ahead and find the value of x and y. Now, if I look at this, I have y common. So if I subtract, I can get my value of x. So what I will do here is that I will say equation 2 minus equation 1. So I'll have 3x plus y is equal to 9. Then I'll have x plus y is equal to 5 here. So if I do the subtraction, 3x minus x will give me 2x. Then y minus y will give me 0, obviously. And this will be equal to 9 minus 5. This will give me 4. Are we okay? So from here, I have 2x is equal to 4. So I divide both sides by 2. So my value of x will be equal to 2. Are we okay? So that becomes the value of x. Very good. So now that I have my value of x to be 2, I can then go ahead and find the value of y. So putting the value of x into, let's say, equation 1, I have x plus y to be equal to 5. Now my x is 2, so I have 2 plus y is equal to 5. So my y, or the value of y, is now 5 minus 2. So therefore, y is equal to 3. Are we okay? So therefore, it means that the value of x is 2, and then the value of y is 3. Now, if you want to check whether that is correct, we have 3 from this equation, 3 to the power, the x is 2 plus the y, which is 3. So that will give us 3 to the power 5. And 3 raised to the power 5 is 243. Okay, the same way, 3 multiplied by x, which is 2, plus y, which is 3. 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 6, plus 3, and that will give us 9, which is the same as the value we have here, and this is also equal to 243. So we can see that the values of x and y are correct, as we can see in this particular expression. All right, very good. Let's proceed to look at another question. So we have to solve the equation. Solve the equation 2 raised to the power 2x plus 1, then minus 9 into bracket 2 raised to the power x, then plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the expression that we have. Please, let's go ahead and solve for the value of x. Okay, so guys, let's look at it together. So for this particular problem, okay, the first thing we want to do is that we'll rewrite this expression. So we rewrite it as 2 raised to the power 2x, okay, multiplied by just 2, or 2 raised to the power 1. Are you okay? And because in indices, when you have two numbers of the same base and they're multiplying, you can add their power. So this whole expression can be rewritten as this. Then we'll have minus 9 into brackets 2 power x plus 4 over here is equal to 0. Are you okay? Now I have here 2 power x, I have here 2 power 2x, so I can rewrite the 2 power 2x as 2x squared. Are you okay? It's still the same thing. Then multiplied by 2, which is the 2 power 1 over here. Then minus 9 into brackets 2 power x plus 4 is equal to 0. So from here, I can say let 2 power x be equal to, let me say, y. Are we okay? Let 2 power x be equal to y. So if 2 power x is equal to y, what it means is that in place of the 2x over here, I'll put the value y over there. So here I will have y squared multiplied by 2, the 2 over here, then minus 9 into brackets, the 2x becomes y, then plus 4 is equal to 0. So basically, if I rewrite this, I'll get 2y squared minus 9y plus 4 is equal to 0. Are we okay? So this becomes a quadratic equation for me to solve. Are you okay? Now, from here, we have a quadratic equation. So 2 multiplied by 4, that will give me 8. So which two numbers can I multiply to get 8? But if I add or subtract, I will get a negative 4. Are we okay? Sorry, negative 1. Negative 9. Apologies for that. So two numbers that if I multiply, I'll get 8. But if I add or subtract, I'll get negative 9. So negative 8 and negative 1 will give us this particular job. So it means that the expression 2y squared here will become 2y squared minus, we can have here 8y minus y plus 4 is equal to 0 over here. So from here, we can factor out 2y here. So we'll have 2y outside, and we'll have y minus here will become 4. Then over here, we'll have minus 1 outside the bracket. Then we'll have y minus 4 in here, and this will be equal to 0. So from here, we'll have 2y minus 1 over here in this bracket. Then we'll have y minus 4 over here in this bracket, and all will be equal to 0. So from here, we solve for the values of y. So the first one will have 2y minus 1 to be equal to 0. The second one will have y minus 4 to be equal to 0. So if I solve them individually, I'll get 2y is equal to 1 here. So y is equal to 1 over 2. And then over here, I'll have y is equal to positive 4 over here. So this is what I'll get for the value of y. But don't forget that we introduced the concept of y, because the question gave us 2 raised to the power 2x plus 1 minus 9 into bracket 2x, 2 power x plus 4. So y was not given to us. We introduced the y. So it means that we need to find the value of x. So therefore, it means that we need to remember that bet 2 power x is equal to y. Are we okay? So in this particular case, if we look at this particular one, the first answer we'll get, so in place of y, I'll put 2 power x here. So 2 power x here will be equal to the y, and the y in the first instance is 1 over 2. Okay, so it means 2x here will be equal to, if I rewrite the 1 over 2, I'll get 2 raised to the power negative 1. So it means s is equal to negative 1 as one of our answers. So one of our answers is s is equal to negative 1. And then for the second one, let me just use this area. For the second one, we have y is equal to 4. But then again, we know that 2 raised to the power x is equal to y. In this case, that is 4. So we have 4 here. This implies that 2 power x is equal to 4 can be rewritten as 2 raised to the power 2. So therefore it means that the value of x here is equal to 2. Okay, so our x is either our x, the value of x is -1 and 2. Are you okay? -1 and 2. So this is the answer for this particular problem. I hope we understand. Are we okay? All right. So let's proceed to look at a similar question on solving equations like this. Okay. So let's look at another equation like that. So we have to solve the equation. Solve the equation 2 power 2x plus 2 minus 9. Sorry, this is the previous one. So here we have 3 squared into brackets 1 plus x, then minus 3x is equal to 3 raised to the power x plus 3 minus 3. Okay, so this is the problem that we have for this particular one. Okay, so let's proceed to look at the solution to this particular problem. So we have here 3 to the power 2 into bracket 1 plus x minus 3 to the power x is equal to 3 here to the power x plus 3 minus 3. Are we okay? So for us to solve this problem, we first of all want to expand the bracket that we have at the top over here. So we'll have 3 to the power 2 plus 2x. Are we okay? Then minus 3 to the power x will be equal to 3 to the power x plus 3 here minus just 3 over here. Are we okay? Now from here we can rewrite these expressions. So over here we'll have here to become 3 power 2 multiplied by 3 raised to the power 2x over here. Okay, this I'm multiplying, then minus 3 raised to the power x. This will be equal to, over here we'll have 3 to the power x multiplied by 3 to the power 3, then minus just 3. Are we okay? So this is how we are going to expand this particular expression. Are we okay? Now don't forget that 3 squared is 9. So we'll have here 9 multiplied by this 3 raised to the power 2s. I can rewrite it as 3 x raised to the power 2. Okay, 3 power x squared. Are we okay? Then here we'll have minus 3x over here. Then this will be equal to, here 2 will become 3x here multiplied by 3 cubed, that is 27. So this is basically 27 3 power x. So let me rewrite that. So here the 3 cubed will give us 27 multiplied by the 3 power x. So I have here 3, this multiplied by 3 power x, here minus 3. Are you okay? So from here, let me make sure this, let me rewrite this word. 27 multiplied by 3 power x. Are you okay? Now from here, we can say let 3 power x be equal to y. Are we okay? So if we do that, it means that here we'll have 9. In place of the 3 power x, we'll have y. Then the squared is still there. Then we'll have minus, here 3 power x is y. And this will be equal to 27. 3 power x is y. Then we'll have here minus 3, just ordinary 3 over here. So from here, I'll move everything to this side of the equal to sign. So I'll have 9y squared minus y minus 27y plus 3 is equal to 0. So this will give me 9y squared. This will give me minus 28y plus 3 is equal to 0. Are we okay? So from here, we can just go ahead and simplify our expression. So 21. Okay, so from here we can go ahead and simplify our expression. So 9 multiplied by 3, that will give us 28, obviously. So 1 and 28 will do this job for us. So here will just be just a minute. Okay, so we have here, if we multiply 9 by 3, we are going to get 27. So 27, which, okay, so 27 and negative 27 and negative 21 1 will give us this. So we have here 9y squared minus 27y minus y plus 3 will give us 0. Okay, so from here, between 9 and 27, 9y is common. So we'll have so 27 divided by 9, that will give us 3. So we'll have here, we'll factor out 9y. So we have 9y into brackets. Here will become y, then minus, here we'll be left with 3. Then over here we'll have minus 1 outside brackets. Then we'll have y minus 3 here is equal to 0. Are we okay? So this is what we have up until this point. So from here we can erase this side and solve the rest of the problem. Or let me go to the other side. So what I would have here is 9 minus 1 and then y minus 3. Okay, so I have 9y minus, let me quickly go back, 9y minus 1 and then I also have y minus 3 is equal to 0. So these are the two equations that I will have. So from here I equate them individually to 0. So this is equal to 0 and y minus 3 is also equal to 0. So let's solve to find the values of y. So here I'll have 9y to be equal to positive 1. I divide both sides by 9. So y is equal to 1 over 9. And over here y will be equal to positive 3. But don't forget that we said let 3x, 3 power x be equal to y. We introduced this concept. We said that let 3 power x be equal to y. So we need to bring it back. But 3 power x is equal to y. So what it means is that over here, my 3 power x for the first instance will be equal to the y, which is 1 over 9 over here. And for the second one, my 3 power x will be equal to the 3 over here, which I also have over here. So from here, the 3 power x will be equal to, here we can rewrite this as 9 inverse. And 9 inverse, this is basically 3 power x is equal to 3 power 2, which is 9 multiplied by the negative 1. So it will become 3 power x is equal to 3 power negative 2. So therefore, it means that the value of x in this particular case will be negative 2. Then for this one, we have 3 power x will be equal to 3 here. So it has a power of 1. And so therefore it means our value of x is equal to 1 over here. So therefore the values of our x are either s is equal to -2 or 1. So this becomes our answer for this particular equation if we solve this particular equation. That is the answer that we will get. Are we okay? All right. So guys, since today is Sunday, we'll look at one last example, and then we can have a rest for the week, and then we'll proceed tomorrow to have a look at much more beautiful questions tomorrow. Okay, so let's have a look at another question. A very simple but interesting question as the last one. Okay, so we are to solve here, we are to solve the equation 3 power 2x minus 5 into bracket 3 power x plus 6 is equal to 0. Are we okay? So this is the problem we have. Let's go ahead and look at the solution to this problem. So for this particular one, we have 3 power 2x minus 5 into bracket 3 power x plus 6 is equal to 0. Are we okay? Now, what we have to do is that we want to express the 3 power 2x to just be 3 power x in some way, somehow. So I will let 3 power x be y for us to be able to simplify this expression. So what it means is that the 3 power 2x over here, I'll rewrite it as 3 power x, okay, squared, which is the same as 3 power 2 x. So here we'll have the minus 5 into bracket 3 power x plus 6 over here to be equal to 0. So from here we'll say let 3 power x be equal to y. So it therefore means that we'll have y squared here minus 5y plus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, now from here we see that we have 1 multiplied by 6, that will give us 6. So which two numbers do we multiply to get 6? Well, when we add or subtract, we get a -5. Are you okay? So we can see that 3 and 2 would give us that precisely -3, -2. When we multiply it, we'll get +6, but when we add them, we'll get -5. So here, this expression becomes y squared minus 2y minus 3y plus 6 is equal to 0. That way, the minus 2y minus 3y is still going to give us minus 5y. So from here, we need to factor out y. So we'll do that. We'll factor out y. We'll have here y minus 2 here. Then between minus 3y and 6, we have minus 3 common. So we'll have here minus 3 here. Then into bracket y minus 2. This will be equal to 0. So from here, we have y minus 3 here. Then we have y minus 2. This is equal to 0. So the values of y are 2 or y is equal to 3. Okay, positive. Now, but don't forget that but 3 power x is equal to y. Are we okay? So it means that 3 power x is equal to 2 for this first case, and then 3 power x is equal to 3 for the second case. Now, in the case of the second case, we can see the power here is 1, so the x over here is also equal to 1 because we are comparing the powers. But in the case of the second one, which is the 3 power x is equal to 2, then we cannot solve this just the way it is over here. So what we'll do is that we'll introduce log, are you okay, or logarithm to this particular expression. So what we'll do over here, let me erase this part for us to proceed with the final answer. Okay, so in the case of 3 power x is equal to 2, we introduce log to both sides. So we'll have log 3 power x is equal to log 2. Mind you, we are introducing log base 10. Okay, that is what we do. So we can choose to ignore the base 10, or we can choose to write it. Now when we have this, we are going to move the x to come here. So we have now x log base 10 3 to be equal to log base 10 2 over here. So to find x, we divide both sides by log base 10 3 over here by log base 10 3. So the value of x is equal to log base 10 2 divided by log base 10 3. And if we compute that into our calculator, we will get 0.631 as our answer. Are you okay? So our answers are x is equal to 1 over here, or x is equal to 0.631. Are you okay? So guys, yes, this is how we solve questions like this in mathematics. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. GMT, where we'll have actual questions on mathematics and physics, and then we will solve it together as we always do. Today, this is just some questions I want us to quickly solve, and then we rest for the day, and then meet tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, and bye bye.